just आधे घंटे पहले Apple का WWDC event 2023 has gotten over, and let's start off with what all thing has happened. So the first thing which happened was the launch of the MacBook Air in 15 inch. So this is the first time after so many years Apple ने एक MacBook Air. So this is a MacBook Air जो usually 13 inch में ही आता है. So Apple ने MacBook को 15 inch के अंदर launch किया. So let's get started. Let's see how does it look. I'm really excited, and Apple has really nailed the pricing this time. This is the MacBook Air, and now it's in 15 inches, which is a very, very good thing. Impressively big, impossibly thin. Some pointers. So the first thing is that 11.5 mm thick, and they have told it's the thinnest 15-inch laptop. And another thing is that it has 500 nits of peak brightness. For reference, this MacBook Air, I mean the M1 MacBook Air, has 400 nits of brightness, and 400 nits of brightness itself is really bright enough. And for context, the iPhones which we use, they have around 800 nits of brightness, and the Pro ones have like about 1000 nits of brightness. So it has a 1080p webcam, and it has 6 speakers. So basically, it's exactly the same as the 13-inch MacBook Air. It's just that it's a bit bigger. As the screen size has become bigger in size, वो bezels tend to look much thinner. So bezels थोड़े पतले दिखते हैं, and it's around 1.4x faster than the M1 MacBook Air. And by the way, M1 MacBook Air itself was really fast, and it has 18 hours of battery life. Yes, most battery efficient MacBook, because it's a 15 inch, and 15 inch can the battery, the battery size is much increased. And this MacBook Air usually, I mean, the M2 MacBook Air doesn't consume much battery. So the battery life will be the key point. So I'll just summarize it, right? Battery life बहुत तगड़ी होने वाली है इसकी. The design and the fact that it's 15 inches in size, because there are many people who want a bigger screen, but they don't want a Pro, and maybe they want to watch movies or something. They just need a bigger screen laptop. So finally, this is the MacBook. And the best part about this, it's really same. There's nothing crazy or there's nothing new in it. It's just that it's 15 inches in size. Is the pricing. Now look at this. This is the MacBook Air lineup, and the pricing is really amazing, because this 13-inch MacBook Air, which was launched around 3 years ago, it's still now at sale. And the fact that Apple ने M1 MacBook Air इतना अच्छा बना दिया था that they still have to keep it for sale. So the M1 MacBook Air is for $1,000. The 13-inch MacBook Air, which comes with the M2 chip, is for $1,100. But the thing is that this 13-inch का ये M1 chip है ना, this usually retails for around $800 itself. So many times it's at sale for $799, $899. So and the 15 inch for $1299. Apple ने 13-inch MacBook, ये जो मिडल वाला MacBook है ना, इसका प्राइस एप्पल ने $100 कम कर दिया है. सो इससे इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ेगा? लेट्स गो टू द इंडियन प्राइसिंग एज वेल. एप्पल ने 13-inch MacBook Air की तो प्राइसिंग कम की है, विच इज एविडेंट. लाइक 1,15,000 रुपीज का हो गया है. पहले इट वॉज लॉन्च फॉर अराउंड 1,30,000 रुपीज. सो 15,000 एप्पल ने कम कर दिया फॉर द M2 13-inch. फॉर दिस वन इज लॉन्च एट अराउंड 1,35,000 रुपीज, एंड दिस वन इज एट फॉर एग्जैक्टली 1,00,000 रुपीज. का M1 का चिप price is, it's around 82,000 rupees, so you can get it much cheaper. That's the thing. And also student discount, the best time to avail the student discount is around in the month of August. The back to school season will start, and that time you even get free AirPods as well. So the next thing which was announced was the Mac Studio. The Mac Studio wasn't launched, ये actually Apple ने पिछले साल unveil किया था. But the thing what is new with this Mac Pro is that now it comes with the M2 Ultra chip. So Ultra chip is nothing but it's just two Max chips combined together to make an Ultra chip. The khasiyat of the M2 Ultra chip is that this year, like, it can go up to 192 GB of RAM and 8,000 gigabytes per second memory bandwidth. Wicked fast. There's nothing new in it. Like, it's just same as the last year's design. This is something which only the Pro people can use. And Apple has really taken this Pro game really seriously, because it's really for Pro and for people who make a living out of such things. So unke liye this thing is completely worth it. 22 streams of 8K ProRes video playback, because while you're editing, like, there are, like, imagine just having 22 streams, like 22 different layers. Even like if you're doing a multicam setup, you have 22 different cameras shot 8K, which is a lot. This M1 MacBook Air also has H.264 and HEVC encoders and decoders. So basically it's just a hardware thing. These encoders and decoders are just a hardware thing. H.264 is basically it's a video shooting format, and HEVC is basically H.265. H.264 is usually mostly compatible. HEVC is like not less compatible, but it takes up very less space. ProRes is usually shot, but like जो film cameras होते हैं उसके अंदर there's a format of shooting the videos in ProRes. I guess even the Pro versions of these iPhones can do. At the front you have two Type-C ports, and you even have SD card reader, and at the rear you have, it starts at 2 lakh rupees for the M2 Max and 4 lakh rupees, 4,20,000 rupees for the M2 Ultra. So it's a very, very expensive thing. So the next thing Apple launched was the Mac Pro. Mac Pro is basically the top of the line. इसके ऊपर Apple का कुछ नहीं ना. Apple has nothing to offer. The Mac Pro also comes with the M2 Ultra chip, and even the Mac Studio also comes with the M2 Ultra chip. So what makes the Mac Pro different than the Mac Studio? The Mac Studio looks like this, like a Tiffin box, and the Mac Pro is really huge. Like it's like a bloody suitcase. It's a damn huge thing. Which makes the Mac Pro really special is the fact that it has 4 PCIe Gen 4 ports. So see, when Apple Silicon was announced, now the thing about the Apple Silicon is that everything is integrated into it. So uska RAM is also inside the chip, the memory, the storage is also inside the chip, the encoders, the decoders, the GPU, the CPU, every single thing is inside a single chip. That's Apple Silicon. Intel वाला Mac Pro तुम देखोगे उसके अंदर there used to be afterburner cards. There used to be cards, a special cards for encoding and decoding video format. So this is how the afterburner card looks. Okay, Mac Pro which is launched, it has like not just one, it has like 7 afterburner cards which are like built into the chip. You know, and there used to be graphic cards तुम attach कर सकते थे. AMD के Radeon graphic cards used to be used. The main reason why somebody should switch from the Mac Studio to the Mac Pro is only if they want to expand things. This is the thing about the Mac Pro. Mainly the Mac Studio and Mac Pro, the main difference is the expandability. The Mac Pro is much more expandable, and whereas the Mac Studio isn't. None of the Apple Silicons, you can't expand anything in this. Apple has completely shifted from Intel to Apple Silicon because ये Mac Pro के अंदर पहले Intel Xeon chips आते थे, literally server grade level के chips हैं ये सारे, processors थे वो सारे. That's the thing about it, तुम खाली से 9 लाख रुपीस तक लेके जा सकते हो. Just 9 lakh rupees. 9 lakh rupees is a lot. When this Mac Pro was, when it could be customized and जब ये Intel Xeon chips के साथ आता था, you could customize this Mac Pro up to 40 lakh, 40 लाख रुपए तो तुम customize कर सकते थे. And now let's come to the iOS parts. 3 major changes किए थे. That was on the phone call, that was on the FaceTime, and that was on the messages. The caller screen. Whenever you receive a call, it just used to be a normal thing written. So now when you receive a call, you can customize it, and basically the same customizations or lock screen with it. It looks like this. So you can make the customizations, and it's up to your creativity. Yeah, like you can. And the other thing is that you can make stickers out of your photos. Let's see this. So you can just click on the image, and even if it's a live photo, perfect live photo का क्या कहते हैं sticker बन जाएगा. और फिर sticker बनाने के बाद you can send it to anybody, and also can give a much beautiful texture to it, and it will look nice. And the beauty about this stickers thing is that you can use it on you can use these stickers on, like, for example, as far as I can understand, this is Snapchat. So Snapchat के अंदर तो you can use these stickers. So basically concept is that तुम ये stickers को कहीं पे भी use कर सकते हो, wherever Memoji can be used. Yeah, and they have also announced one more thing, which is name drop. So basically whenever you meet somebody, we just hand over the phone or the person tells the number and we type in. Name drop, you just bring 2 iPhones together and you can just exchange your contact information. So which is really, really, really very cool. Talk about the one more thing which Apple had to show. Yeah, this is the iconic one more thing. And the one more thing was Apple Vision Pro, which is a VR headset now. ये Apple का VR headset ना बहुत ही ज़्यादा advanced. For context मैं बस quickly बता देता हूँ. भाई उस headset के अंदर 12 cameras हैं. Normal headsets कैसे होते हैं ना, तुम एक बार पहन लिया ना उस headset को, फिर मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं दिखेगा ना. मेरे सामने ये कैमरा पड़ा है ना, मेरे सामने ये कुर्सी पड़ी है, मेरे को कुछ नहीं दिखेगा. मेरे से कोई आएगा, मेरे से बातचीत करेगा, मेरे को कुछ सुनाई नहीं देगा, मेरे को कुछ दिखेगा नहीं. वो नॉर्मल हेडसेट्स होते हैं. एप्पल का हेडसेट ऐसा है कि मैं हेडसेट पहना हुआ हूँ एंड कोई मेरे पास में आएगा तो अपने आप मेरी स्क्रीन में दिखेगा कि यहाँ पे कोई इंसान आया, क्योंकि उसमें 12 कैमराज हैं. दिस इज हाउ द विजन प्रो लुक्स. इट्स अ हेडसेट. इसको हेडसेट नहीं बोल सकते. देखो, द रीजन व्हाई इट्स सो कूल इज बिकॉज अगर कोई मेरे से आएगा भी ना, मेरे से बातचीत करने, इस हेडसेट के इस तरफ एक स्क्रीन है और वो स्क्रीन अपने आप चालू हो जाएगी एंड मेरे आंखों को दिखाएगी. इट विल लुक लाइक दिस. सो सामने वाले को भी लगेगा कि यार मैं एक इंसान से बात कर रहा हूँ और एक मशीन से बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. तो क्योंकि एवरीबडी वांट्स आई कांटेक्ट. तो तुम ऐसे पहनोगे. एज ऑफ नाउ द ऐप सपोर्ट इज रियली लिमिटेड. बहुत कम ऐप्स हैं. सो द ऐप्स व्हिच यू कैन यूज इन म्यूजिक, फोटोज, सफारी, फ्रीफॉर्म, मेल, मैसेजेस, कीनोट, ऑल सच थिंग्स. बट एप्पल ने इसी के साथ बहुत कुछ किया है. You can see the photos in a much different way, and it's very, very easy. But the thing which you can notice is that यहाँ पे wire जा रही है. ठीक है. So this thing requires power. It requires power because अगर Apple इसके अंदर बैटरी डाल देता तो वो चीज़ हैवी हो जाती, और वो हैवी हो जाती तो इंसान से पहने नहीं जाता है. That's the thing about Apple Vision Pro, and the thing is that it is available early next year in the US. अभी तक लॉन्च नहीं हुआ, बट जिस तरीके से एप्पल ने इतना बड़ा इवेंट और लिटरली इवेंट के अंदर आधा इवेंट विजन प्रो के बारे में बात करें, सो दे विल लॉन्च इट, बिकॉज एप्पल ने एक बार एक और चीज़ लॉन्च की थी, विच वॉज द एप्पल एयर मैक्स और समथिंग। एयर मैक्स तो जूतों का नाम हो गया, सॉरी। कुछ था, इट वॉज अ चार्जिंग स्टेशन where you could keep your iPhone, your AirPods, your Apple Watch, you could keep it anywhere and it will start charging. But Apple ने धीरे से उसको वेबसाइट से हटा दिया and that thing never got launched. I am very very sure ये definitely launch होएगा. And इसका price is $3,500, my boy. You know, the headband is really comfortable apparently, and the external battery support up to 2 hours of use. So इसके अंदर देखो सिर्फ एक और चीज़ है कि it has its own speakers. यहाँ पे इसके स्पीकर्स हैं एंड अपने आप तुम्हें स्पीकर्स रहेंगे, आगे कैमरास हैं, एंड देयर इज आल्सो थिंग ऑलवेज ऑप्टिक आईडी से तुम यार आंखों का आइरिस को पहचान के वो अनलॉक करेगा, एंड आई साइट, एंड आउटवर्ड डिस्प्ले रिवील्स योर आईज, you know. And Apple's first spatial operating system, you know, it's a whole new UI. Apple ने बहुत Vision OS जिसे बोल रहे हैं, जैसे iPad OS होता है, iOS होता है, ऐसे Vision OS है. Apple ने अपनी keynote के अंदर बोला था they had to file around 5,000 patents for this, and that's why no wonder why it's priced at $3,500. यार बहुत expensive चीज़ है और बहुत advanced चीज़ है ये. But I'll just say one thing: who asked for this product? I don't know, man. I really have mixed feelings. देखो, even Facebook wanted to do something with it. There was a whole thing called as Facebook Metaverse. उन्होंने अपना नाम बदला था. They changed their name from Facebook to Meta. They came up with this metaverse where you could do all such things and you could meet people virtually. You have to stay in your house and all such things. But it flopped. It was a flop. Okay. जैसे ही आप Facebook ने वो सब अनाउंसमेंट्स किए, उसी के कुछ समय के बाद Facebook का स्टॉक वैल्यू है बहुत ज़्यादा गिर चुका है to 5 years. You know, November 21 was the time. Around November, क्या कहते हैं, Facebook ने announce किया था. Around November, December, they announced about their metaverse thing. And literally within a year, by next November, they went to their all-time low. I just don't like this concept of wearing a VR headset and then doing your work, spending $3,500 for a product which doesn't even have its own battery. You need to attach a wire, you need to move with a power bank. Apple showed it in a very beautiful way, but there's just a 20-year-old fellow sitting inside his house making videos. You know, Apple is a very huge company, यार. Obviously, उन्होंने सोच समझ के बनाया होगा. But जहाँ तक मेरा मानना है, it's not going to be a super hit. It's an amazing product. I'm not saying it's a bad product. It's an amazing product. The idea is cool, but it's just that nobody asked for it, and there's no market for it, and there's no demand for it. And the fact that it's so expensive, and इसको expensive होना था, Apple ने इतनी मेहनत की है ना, इतने सारे 5,000 पेटेंट्स फाइल किए खाली इस डिवाइस को बनाते समय, which is a lot. I just don't sign up with the concept of staying in my house and doing my things. Apple tried to show it in a way where you use it as a productivity device and it adds to your life, but yeah, thank you for watching the video. Until next time, goodbye. It's रात की 2 बजे हुई है and right now I'm shooting this video, so please subscribe कर दीजिए. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now I have to edit it. Goodbye.